Ben, good to see you. Saints 0, Newcastle 1. Just to repeat what you just said off screen.
Yeah, bit of dog. I can't say that, obviously, but no, I think that, to be perfectly honest, you can't say anything about the players' performance today. I think that we were genuinely, all of the players are out there, gave it what we expected of them. But that decision, that VAR decision, killed the game.
Yeah, it killed all sort of momentum. Saints trying to go into the game. Although, to be fair, before then, McCarthy made a double save, kept us at 0-0. And I give credit to him, sort of making up for last week's error.
Yeah, it was an exceptional early save from him. I thought he was great today. He did everything right. I think that goalkeepers make errors. He clearly atoned for that. He's the best out of the keepers that we have, without a shadow of a doubt. You can really look at the side today and you can say Valery's mistake cost us the game. But apart from that, I thought we were brilliant, and I think the players reacted as well as they could do to that poor decision that the referee made, and it was a poor decision. Everyone will talk about VAR.
Was it your side of the field? How did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. It looked innocuous. It looked like the sort of tackle that you've seen. You know, we've seen these tackles every season. Every season we've seen these, and when they're slowed down, they look so much worse. It was just a forwards tackle, and
he is clumsy though, Djenepo, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's clumsy. You could see the intent there. He was trying to win the ball. There was no question. I think leave it at a yellow card, for crying out loud. I've seen yellows given for those. If there was a clear intent there and he was halfway up the lad's leg, I'd have been like, okay, fine, pull that back. But it just absolutely ruins it.
I mean, of course there was no intent, but the lad gets up 2 minutes later, running around the field like there's no tomorrow, you know. But I mean, what have the club got to do with Djenepo this week? Because it's been a tough week personally for him.
Yeah, I think they've just got to put their arm around him, really. I think that he's one of those players who will come good. You can clearly see the ability that he has. I think that he's just had a bad run. I really felt for the lad today, because he started off and he looked like he was going to make things happen. He's so unpredictable, and defenders hate playing against him. I think that they really just need to give him a lift. These things happen. Yeah.
And McCarthy, again, the hero of the afternoon, saving the penalty, going into 0-0 at half-time. We thought, okay, I'll take that, considering sort of where we are.
Yeah, I would take that. I would have taken a 0-0 at half-time, to be perfectly honest. And that's really what the game looked like, a 0-0 really throughout the game. I can't see who was the better team, really. I think they're two fairly evenly matched teams. Only one had 10 men. McCarthy saved from the penalty, excellent. I mean, it was another time when you look at it and you're like, okay, the game's being pulled back again. It feels like you're in a FIFA. It's ridiculous. Pausing it, winding the game back, bringing it forward. I think as fans we can accept mistakes happening. Speaking personally, if we had a decision where a Newcastle defender would have handled the ball in the area and the game would have carried on, in previous years you would have looked at that and you would have been like, okay, that's happened to us. You know, that's happened to us. We've got away with that before. Now with VAR, you're getting the same mistakes happening, but the punishment once again is still just as inconsistent. Because you look at what Djenepo did, and then you look at what happened with Bertrand at the end of the first half. Now, where's the consistency? That should have been a review in that case. So it's just the same mistakes happening. It's just being pushed further up the chain, unfortunately. And
we thought the sort of VAR would level the playing field, and it didn't level up eventually the afternoon. But it's my mistake again that sort of cost us. How many this season have individual errors cost us the game? Yeah,
I mean, Valery didn't have anybody around him. He was caught on his own there, and his decision making let him down. I think in those situations, you've just got to get rid of the ball. If it's not, I know it sounds like a park football solution to it, but you really do. You just have to get rid of the ball and just kind of regroup. But you know, we got caught and we got punished. And fair play to Newcastle. That's exactly what they planned to do. And when you saw that goal go in, You knew exactly what was going to happen. They were just going to drop back, and they made and fair play to them. They came here to do a job. But one thing I will say is that lots of people will look at that result, who maybe weren't at the game, and say, "Oh, we've crumbled at home again. This isn't good enough." Those players out there were barring that one error, were brilliant today. And it was just unfortunate. It was just a real kind of mishmash of dodgy, poor refereeing decisions and an individual error. But apart from that, I think the boys played well, and we've got more than enough in our locker to get out of it, I think.
Right. Great stuff, Ben. Thanks for your time.